It's Sunday, April 20th, 2025. I'm TC Kirkham, and this is the Kirkham Report.
TC Kirkham, the Kirkham Report.
Greetings, vinyl community. I'm TC Kirkham, the Kirkham Report. I've been away for a couple of weeks. Thank you for joining me here on TKR Video Central. A lot of crazy stuff has been happening. It's been a very busy week. Right now, though, I want to get to some stuff I haven't gotten to because I haven't been around for a couple of weeks. So let's get things started. Out of the box this week, last Saturday, April 12th, was Record Store Day 2025, and I'm one of the few people that hasn't shown off my stuff yet because I haven't got it all. I do it all by mail order, as you guys know. I've always done it that way. I didn't go out during the pandemic, and I still don't bother with the lines and stuff. When I can find I can get nearly everything I want going through mail order. Now, only about half of it has arrived, so I've got the first 2 shipments in, 3 more coming. I did not get the number one thing on my list, which was the Never Ending Story reissue. Nobody had it when I got to it on Sunday morning at 8 o'clock last week. But everything else was there, and made a good attempt to get everything. So, I almost forgot about this part, which belongs to the first one. And the first group of records comes to us courtesy of the awesome Spin Me Round. There's their sticker in the Easton Park Mall in Palmer Park Mall in Easton, Pennsylvania. Stephanie, Mr. Beard, and the gang fulfilling my order rather quickly. It got here Wednesday, which was the first order to arrive, and I cannot thank them enough for that. I picked up 5 titles from them. First off, I started buying this last year, and so I'll probably start getting them every year because they're great 70s R&B and funk. This is the Westbound Sound Foundation. This is from the Westbound Records label. This has tracks from The Counts, Ohio Players, Fuzzy Hackins, King Erickson, Caesar Frazier, Pleasure Webb, Funkadelic, Junie Morrison, and Fantastic Four, among others. I have not opened most of these yet. The turntable is disconnected at the moment because of the computer stuff going on, so I haven't had time to listen to any of it. But it is something I will put on very shortly once I get things set back up in the next week. Great stuff from them. Next up, I was debating because of the price, but then I'm like, yeah, I need to get this because I love this woman, and I always will. Alison Moyet at Home Time. This is her 2003 album, out for the first time on vinyl. It was originally only on CD. And I did not have the CD of this. It is number 2,993 of 3,000, as you can see there. It is a limited edition. Always great stuff. One of the ones on my big 4 that I wanted. I've always loved this woman, and this is her earlier stuff. I know her stuff from late 69 and 70. This is actually from 67 through 69, I believe, was the years on this. 66 to 68. This is Jackie DeShannon, Love Forever, the unreleased demos, 66 to 68. It is on Valentine red vinyl with white swirl, limited to 2,500 copies. No, 1,250 copies. I have not pierced it yet, so I haven't looked at the vinyl. But it's also not numbered, which I really, really wish they'd start numbering these again. Finally, on the vinyl, I picked up this compilation album. This has got some great stuff on it, and all of the money for this goes to charity. Best of Music from Our Mother Ocean, MOM. This features Dick Dale, Pearl Jam, Brian Setzer, Soundgarden, The Ramones, Royal Crown Review, Beck, Jimmy Buffett, Dishwalla, No Doubt, and about 10 or 12 other acts. All proceeds going to the Surfrider Foundation, which works to help clean up the oceans. The other thing I got was a CD. I wanted the vinyl, but I didn't get it in time. I left it in my cart and didn't put it in my cart, and they all disappeared. I thought they'd last longer because they had such a huge quantity, but they had so many orders, they went fast, so I grabbed the CD. This is More from the Wallows. This is, of course, Dylan Minette's band, the actor Dylan Minette's band, and I'm an actor, collect actors who do music. I'm a fan of the band. This is pretty good stuff. I've listened to this on Spotify. It is pretty good. Spin Me Round in Palmer Park oh my God, that's a tongue twister and a half. Palmer Park Mall in Easton, Pennsylvania. Thank you. Love watching your videos and love the great service you offer. The other one I picked up that has arrived so far was another one of my must-haves, and everybody was out of it. And then my friend Jim Gleason at Radio Wasteland in Midland, Missouri said, sorry, man, I am just not with it today. I'll explain why later. Midland, Michigan said he had one copy left on Sunday morning, and I said, put it aside. I want it because I want this. And we knew it was going to be huge because the previous week the star of the film had passed away. This is the motion picture soundtrack from Top Secret. Top Secret starred Val Kilmer. This was the follow-up to Airplane from Abrams, Zucker, and Zucker, or Zucker, Abrams, Zucker. Great, hilarious songs on it. The movie's hilarious. This is on clear, ultra clear vinyl with all 6 songs from Val Kilmer included on this one. They were not included on the original, if I'm not mistaken. Love this movie. It is a scream. And it was hard to find. Everybody was out of it when I checked on Sunday morning. So, Jim, I would have never met you if it wasn't for Professor Carlson. And of course, you've done Finding Your Music Mojo with us since then, and you've become a friend. Thank you for getting this to me. Jim Gleason at Radio Wasteland Records, and I'll have the links to the channels in the website. I still on the show notes. I still have stuff coming from Park Avenue CDs in Orlando, from Plaid Room Records in Cincinnati or the Cincinnati area, and Rough Trade in Brooklyn, where I picked up the rest of the stuff. As I said, I got 3 of my top 4. The only one I didn't get in my top 4 was the Never Ending Story soundtrack, and I've looked and it's going for ridiculous amounts already. So I have the OG and I'm not, and the CD, so I'm cool. I just wanted that cool Starlight vinyl, but I'm cool with not getting it. Record Store Day next time will be Black Friday of this year, and I'm sure there'll be more titles. This year was a big year, and it was kind of dampened on the East Coast by constant rain and stuff. Cold temperatures. There are a number of stories online. Spin Me Round has a great video up about how their Record Store Day went. A lot of others have talked about how crazy it was. There was a lot of stuff that people wanted this year, and I got most of what I wanted, as I said, and the rest of it will be up next week. That is this week's Out of the Box.
Hey gang, we've got merch. Show off your love for all things TKR. Find t-shirts and more in the TKR swag shop. Click on the link in the show description. 2 solid hours of your favorite dance music classics. Crank up the speakers, turn on the mirror ball, and trip the light fantastic. It's Saturday Night Disco Party. Saturdays 11 p.m. US ET. TKR Video Central on YouTube. An hour of lively discussion about music from 2 huge music fans. Finding Your Music Mojo with TC and Dawn. Live alternate Mondays, 7 p.m. US ET. TKR Video Central and 2 Hip Chips on YouTube, and TKR Video Central on Twitch.
Okay, where have I been? What have I been up to? And what happened with this big redo? Well, as you know, whenever I plan something like that, something has to go wrong. I posted it in the show in the community page. The card I bought for the computer uh, with the new USB 3.0 slots doesn't fit. It's too small. I have to get another card. And I disconnected everything and took the computer apart and was ready to put the card in. And ever since that time, my third monitor is not working. My good camera, my Logitech Brio is not working. So I'm stuck with the Alki at the moment. But I am working on things and working on plans to get around it and get things done. I also have lighting stuff to do. And I'm hoping I of course took Eurovision week off, which is coming up in May. And we have a holiday tomorrow. It's a state holiday for Patriots Day. And I have a couple of doctor's appointments where I'll have a little extra time during the day to do stuff. But I am working at the building, my place of business, 2 days a week now, which means I leave the house at 7 in the morning and don't get home until after 6 at night. And I don't have time to do anything on Monday and Wednesday. So tomorrow I won't have to do it, but Wednesday I will. So I'm a little slower than I want to be getting back to normal around here. But I will get the computer finished probably next weekend. So there may be another weekend where I will do the show, but I'll probably do it early. I want to make sure the rest of the Record Store Day stuff gets in, although it may not be here because Platinum says it could take up to 6 weeks because of the volume they had. But we'll see. Of course, Don and Mary are not doing sales anymore. They're taking their vacation here in a week or two, and then won't be back on Whatnot until mid-May. And it'll be a Saturday night blowout show. That'll be fun. I'll be there modding and buying for them when it happens. But I've kind of cut back too because finances are kind of tight right now. So I saved up for Record Store Day and spent most of that. So things are kind of tight right now, but hopefully we'll get things back in square one before too long. I'll have the card that works, have a brand new camera in addition to the Brio and the Aki. There'll be 3 cameras, one of which is I'll probably give the Aki to Kim to use for her show on her laptop because that laptop camera sucks. And we do have other things coming up, and I will get to those in just a moment.
Jump into the time machine and find out the #1 hits of a chart year from a variety of music sources. Flashback tracks, Thursdays, 4 p.m. USET, TKR Video Central on YouTube. If she's thinking about it, you know she's bound to have an opinion on it. Kim Takes On, alternate Tuesdays, 7 p.m. USET, TKR Video Central on YouTube. If you like what you see on YouTube, don't miss the rest of the story. News, reviews, chart library, in-depth profiles, commentary, and more. Check out my full website, thekirkhamreport.com. Stay ahead of dangerous weather no matter what the season. Stay aware and stay safe. PNR WeatherCentral on YouTube.
That is unfortunately going to do it for this week. I have a lot. I am so busy this weekend. For those of you who don't know, I'm a wrestling fan. This weekend is WrestleMania, which means this weekend is also GCW's Collective. There has been wrestling every day, several shows a day since Wednesday. It doesn't end until tonight. And it's taking away a lot of time and effort from me to get things done. All the usual shows will be up. Yesterday I did post an encore edition of Saturday Night Disco Party because I did not have time to get it ready this week. But new AM 70s tonight, new Finding Your Music Mojo tomorrow, new Kim Takes On Tuesday, new flashback tracks on Thursday, and then next weekend I hope to have the rest of the Record Store Day stuff here for next week's Kirkham Report. Well, we should be back on Saturday. Still aiming for May to get all the other shows up and running, but I'm not promising anything because the schedule has just been crazy. Um, for those of you who have not yet subscribed, please do, and if you have, thank you. I really appreciate it. My subscriptions are over 1,200 now, and I cannot believe how fast they've been growing. Um, Saturday Night Disco Fever Party has been responsible for a lot of that, but AM 70s is starting to catch up too. I have a third show premiering on Friday nights in May, another 2 hour long form show, and you guys hopefully will get a kick out of it. And then there'll be some more new stuff coming along the pike. And hopefully the new setup will be done so I can finish the computer, finish the lights, get the monitor working, get the other camera working, and get the lights done. And hopefully that'll happen in the next couple of weeks. And I haven't even started coverage of Eurovision yet. And Eurovision is 2.5 weeks away. So I'm like 3.5 weeks away. So I've got like, well, no, it's a month away. But I still have 37 songs to do in less than a month's time. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. I enjoy it, but it's especially now that I'm working again at the building twice a week, it's a bit of a pain. But hopefully things will get done and we will get back to normal before too long. But then again, normal in the TKR sense is always kind of scattered and scattershot and crazy. So, I don't have the regular schedules that some of these guys do. I try to, but whenever I try to, something happens. Thank you all for watching the shows and for continuing to support TKR. If you see fit, please join our Patreon. Basic level is $3.99 a month. Patreon Plus is $7.99 a month, and we'll get you early access to shows when they start coming back online, and other commentary and stuff I'll be doing exclusively on Patreon. Just basically, I hope y'all have a good week. I hope it's been a good record store day for everyone out there. I know I did pretty good. Didn't get that one thing I wanted the most, but I got everything else. So I did pass up on the James Blunt. I could have got it, but I chose the Alison Moyet instead. But everything else I wanted, I got. So that's cool. And it will be coming shortly, and I will show it next week. Until next week, when I will do this again, hopefully on Saturday at the regular time. I'm TC Kirkham, TKR Video Central, and the Kirkham Report, reminding you that I am all over the interwebs. Please watch everything, and always have fun out there, will you? Ciao, baby.